What holds revival back? What quenches its fire? In Isaiah 58, God tells his people why he is deaf to their cries. He says that in spite of all their religious activity, they do not actively seek justice for the oppressed. They do not feed the hungry or house the homeless or clothe the naked. When they begin to take up the cause of the least, the last, the left out, then, God says, then you shall call and the Lord will answer. You shall cry out and he will say, here I am. Charles Spurgeon was one of the greatest revivalists of the 19th century. He was known as the Prince of Preachers, but his life and teaching were not without controversy, mostly because of his stances on sin, repentance, and social issues like slavery. In 1860, it was said openly and in writing that if he were to come to preach in the American South, quote, a stout cord may speedily find its way around his eloquent throat, end quote. Spurgeon was bold in those matters because of his view of the role of the church in social discourse and its ultimate power for justice in the world. He said, not so very long ago, our nation tolerated slavery in our colonies. Philanthropists endeavored to destroy slavery, but when was it utterly abolished? It was when Wilberforce roused the Church of God, and when the Church of God addressed herself to the conflict, then she tore the evil thing to pieces. I have been amused with what Wilberforce said the day after they passed the Act of Emancipation. He merrily said to a friend when it was all done, is there not something else we can abolish? That was said playfully, but it shows the spirit of the Church of God. She lives in conflict and victory. Her mission is to destroy everything that is bad in the land. Charles Spurgeon earned over $100 million in his lifetime. He died with $2,500. Throughout his life, for the cause of justice, mercy, and the spread of the gospel, he'd given it all away. For his crossover to heaven, he took only what he needed. The rest, he left behind for heaven's work.